Hi, my name is Elise Long, and I'm here teaching a class for Innergy. And we're going to be doing a yoga class this morning, tapping into our core, doing a little bit of core work. We'll go ahead and get started today. If you do have a couple blocks at home, or if you don't, you can just use a couple of strong, sturdy books. Work really well. We're going to start today in a child's pose. You can bring your big toes together. Knees can be wide or together, whatever feels good for you. And then I want you to fold over those legs and relax your forehead down and reach those arms out long towards the front of your mat as you release that head onto your mat. And just give yourselves a moment to relax that body down, kind of just noticing the parts of the body that are touching that mat. And relax it down here just a little bit for a couple moments. Giving yourself this space to relax, let the body arrive to your yoga practice onto that mat. And then we'll gently bring our awareness to our breath without altering or changing, but just noticing how it feels, how the inhales come, how the exhales go. And then we're going to take a couple nice deep belly breaths here, just moving into a little prana work before we move. So with that inhale, I'd like you to draw that breath into your belly and into your ribs, letting it stick and poke out, maybe even feeling that belly expand on the sides of the legs. And then exhale, gently release that belly and those ribs. And we'll do a couple more. Inhale, draw that breath into the belly and into your ribs. And then exhale to release your belly and to release those ribs. Two more on your own. Nice, deep, expansive breaths, drawing them into that torso. And then gently releasing. Last one, we'll inhale, draw it into the belly, into your ribs. Exhale to gently release. And then we'll move into a couple falling out breaths, where we'll inhale through the nose, exhale out your mouth. And just two more, little reset of the breath. Inhale, let it go. And then our last one, inhale deeply, and release. And then we'll seal our lips, bring that breath back in and out of your nose. And just noticing your breath again here as you relax the body. And then we're going to move into a little bit of our yogic breath, that ujjayi breath, where we'll notice that natural inhale, and then noticing your natural exhale. And then I'd like you to gently lengthen that natural inhale. So we're adding a little bit of control to that natural breath, lengthening the inhale. And then we lengthen that exhale to match. So take a couple cycles of your breath here. Really give yourselves a moment to connect to the flow of your breath. We'll connect to our breath, and then we'll gently connect that breath to our movements, helping bring a focus to the mind, bringing us into our yoga practice a little deeper. So inhale, find your breath. Exhale. And then we'll just do one more breath here, finding your flow, find that breath. And we'll take an inhale here. With your exhale, you can gently roll your head from right to left. So we're using the weight of the head to press into the brow, releasing any tension we may feel there or maybe holding. Or just relaxing that face and enjoying the nice rolls from right to left. Still stay with that controlled breath. We inhale. With an exhale, gently let your head come still. Wait for another inhale. We're going to lift our palms, keeping the fingertips on your mat. And then with an exhale, we'll walk those fingers over to your right side. Opening up that left side body, taking a nice breath here. Wait for an inhale. Walk your hands back to center, back to your mat. And then with an exhale, we walk those fingertips over to the left, opening up that left side body. Relax that head down and take a cycle of your breath. Inhale, walk your hands back onto your mat. Release that forehead down and give your space here to connect to that breath again, one cycle. And then as you feel ready, we're going to gently lift that chest and walk the hands back and towards the body. Bringing ourselves to a simple seat, cross-legged. Whatever feels good for you. You can have the feet together, right foot in front, left foot in front. And then we're going to inhale. We're going to roll those shoulders up. Exhale to release those shoulders down. Crown of the head draws up and towards the sky. And just do a couple more. Inhale, roll your shoulders up. Exhale, let them down. Last one, inhale to roll up. Exhale, release it down. Crown of the head draws up towards the ceiling. And then we'll do that again. We'll inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, let's bring those hands back down to heart. Inhale, we're going to sweep up. And then exhale, let's bring your right palm down onto your mat as you reach your left fingertips up and over towards the right side. You can bend that right elbow to get that right shoulder away from your ear. And gaze can be down at that right hand or maybe up and under your left arm as those left fingertips reach over. Find that length in that left side body. Inhale. Exhale. Wait for an inhale. That navel's going to draw in towards your spine. We're going to sweep that right arm up. And then exhale, your left palm's going to come down to the mat. Reach those right fingertips up and over to the left. Maybe bending that left elbow if you want to get that left shoulder away from the ear. And lengthen those right fingertips up and over. Breathe into your right side. Inhale, navel draws in. Let's sweep that left arm up. Exhaling, bringing those hands to heart. And then inhale, we'll sweep up, moving into a gentle twist. Exhale, we're going to twist over to the right. So that left hand's going to come to your right knee, and that right hand's going to come right behind your sacrum. And we'll lengthen our spine, so we relax your shoulders down, crown of the head draws up. And then with your exhale, we're going to twist over to the right. Maybe that gaze goes over your right shoulder. Inhale, we lengthen our spine. Exhale, the navel draws in. Maybe you twist a little deeper over to the right. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, gently untwist and sweep your arms up. Exhale, let's twist over to the left now. So that right hand comes to the left knee and the left hand comes right behind that sacrum. Again, relax your shoulders down, draw that spine up, and then with an exhale, the navel draws in and we twist over to the left. Gaze can go over that left shoulder if it feels okay on that neck. And taking some conscious breaths here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, navel draws in. We gently twist. Inhale, let's gently untwist. Sweep your arms up. And then with an exhale, we bring those hands back down to our heart center. And then let's bring those legs in front just to swing them around and making our way into our tabletop. In tabletop, we want those wrists under your shoulders and the knees are under those hips. Tops of the feet are on the mat, or you can always tuck the toes if you feel you need a little more stability here. If not, let's gently bring the tops of the feet onto our mat. And then we'll add a little side flexion. So we wag that tail from right to left. Just kind of noticing the glutes and maybe noticing the sides of the body. Gaze can be down at the mat, helps keep the back of the neck nice and long. Just being mindful of that neck here. And then let that body come still here. We'll move through our cow and our cat. So wait for an inhale to curl that tail up, drop your belly down, maybe a light bend in the elbows as you pull that chest forward, maybe gently straighten those arms and a gentle look up. Exhale, round your tail, round that spine, and release that head at the end of your exhale. Inhale to curl that tail up, move through your cow, drop the belly down, pull that chest forward, gently look up. Exhale, we round that spine, press into the palms, release your head. Move through it with your breath. Use the entirety of your inhale to move through your cow. And then use the entirety of your exhale to move through that cat. Connecting that breath to our movement. Connecting our breath to that spine. Little gentle acknowledgement here. Exhale to round. Do a couple more with our breath. Feel and notice your spine and how it feels this morning or this evening, wherever you are. Inhale. Last one, curl that tail up. Drop that belly, pull that chest forward. Exhale to round your tail, round that spine, release that head. And then with your inhale, let's find a neutral spine. Moving into some of our core work here. We're gonna tuck our toes under, and I want you to lift your knees about 1/4 inch off the mat. Make sure to be mindful, hug your low ribs in, and that navel's gonna draw in towards the spine. And we can slightly round that upper back or those shoulder blades. Breathe here, engage that core. Gaze is down in between the hands. Again, being mindful of that neck. We breathe. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees, tops of the feet come onto your mat. Now we're going to stretch into those wrists real quick here, bringing those fingertips facing the body, palms down. Add a little micro bend to your elbows, especially if you know your elbows tend to hyperextend. Give a little micro bend here, and then maybe a little forward and back, kind of feeling into those forearms, a little into those wrists. Maybe a little side to side. Kind of just feeling those wrists, feel those forearms, give them a little acknowledgement, a little release. And then bring the tops of your hands onto your mat. Fingertips facing the body, or the fingertips can even face in towards one another in the center of the mat. Again, bend those elbows. You can even bend and straighten those arms deeply here if that feels okay. You can lean forward and back, side to side, feel into those wrists. And then as you feel ready, we'll bring those palms back down onto our mat, fingertips facing the front of your mat. Make sure that those palms are pressing into the earth and that the knuckles of your fingers are actively pressing into the mat. Nice active hands and fingers. We'll breathe here, inhale, finding your breath, exhale. And then let's inhale, let's bring our knees together and reach that right leg up and back. Hold here for a moment and then peek over your right shoulder to make sure that that right leg is nice and in line with the hip. We don't want it too high, we don't want it too low, just nice and straight leg back. And then bring that gaze back down in between your hands. Nice long back of your neck. If you feel nice and sturdy here, maybe you reach that left arm up and forward towards the front of your mat. Nice long left arm, nice long right leg. And then I want you to mindfully hug your low ribs in and that navel draws in towards the spine. Active core here. We breathe. Finding our strength. Inhale. Exhale, bend that right knee, bend your left elbow, and draw them to one another under your body. We'll do that 2 more times. So inhale, lengthen the arm and leg. Exhale, elbow to knee under your body. Last one, inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. With your exhale, let's bring that left palm down. Right knee comes back onto the mat. Do 1 round of your cow and cat, just noticing your spine here. Inhale to curl the tail up. Drop that belly down. Pull that chest forward. Exhale to round that tail, round your spine, press into the palms, release your head. 1 more on your own. Inhale for that cow. Exhale to round into our cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Gaze is down in between the hands, maybe slightly forward, making sure the back of the neck is long. And then let's find an inhale. Draw your knees together. Reach that left leg up and back now, flexing the left toes towards your face. Take a gaze over your left shoulder, making sure that that leg is nice and in line with the hip. And then we bring that gaze back down in between our hands. Breathing here. We inhale. Exhale. Feeling nice and strong, maybe you reach that right arm up, reaching forward towards the front of your mat. Hug those low ribs in, the navel's gonna draw in towards the spine. Find your breath. Inhale here. Exhale, bend that left knee, bend your right arm, elbow to knee under the body again. 2 more, use that breath. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, your tabletop. Right palm comes down, left knee comes down. And then just do 1 round of your cow and cat again. Inhale, curl that tail up, drop that belly, pull that chest forward. Exhale to round your spine, release your head. Inhale, neutral spine. And then let's lengthen the legs back. Tuck your toes under. We're going to make our way into a high plank. Always an option to release those knees down. If you do, just make sure you're mindfully hugging the low ribs in and that navel draws in. Active core, no matter where we are. Tuck those toes under. Find your plank. Breathe here. Being mindful of those hips. We don't want them to go over the shoulders or below. Just keep them nice in a straight line here. Breathing, draw that navel in. Gaze is down in between the hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, shift those shoulders over your hands. Tricep push-up, so we're going to chaturanga all the way to our bellies. Tops of the feet come onto your mat, and then bring those palms down right underneath your shoulders. Roll your shoulders away from the ears and hug those elbows slightly in towards the body. Wait for an inhale. We're going to gently lift that chest, using your back more than your hands, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale to lower. 2 more. Inhale, we lift that chest, lift that heart. Exhale, back down. Last one. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Tuck your toes under. Press into those palms. Lift yourselves up to a high plank again. Breathing here. Hug the low ribs in. Navel is actively drawing back towards the spine. Press into your palms. Press into those knuckles of those fingers. Active arms. Inhale here. Exhale, press your hips up and back. Make your way to your first downward dog of the day. Making sure maybe to pedal those hips, pedal those heels, wiggle those hips. Feeling into the backs of those legs, can always be a little tight. That first downward dog of the day. So just moving into those legs, feeling into your legs. Making sure we're pressing into the palms and the knuckles of the fingers. Nice long arms, nice long spine. Inhale, I'd like you to lift your heels. Bend your knees a lot. Press into your palms, trying to get the torso to the tops of your quads. Inhale. With your exhale, straighten those legs. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, we're going to lift the heels. Bend those knees deeply. Press into those palms. Notice the length in your spine here. And with an exhale, we're going to straighten those legs, trying to keep that length in the spine. 1 more. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees. Press into those palms. Nice long spine. Exhale, straighten those legs. Inhale, let's lift the heels. Bend the knees. Look at your hands. And then let's gently step up to those hands. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips come to the shins, nice flat back. And then with an exhale, bend your knees, release that torso onto the quads as you release that head, that neck, and your arms. Nice relaxed forward fold here. So bend your knees as deeply as you need to get that connection of the ribs onto the quads. Helps us release that head and that neck. You can inhale and nod your head yes. You can exhale and shake that head no. The pinkies can come to the elbow creases and maybe you find a nice little relaxed sway from side to side. Stay with that breath still. Inhale. Exhale. Release those arms if they were up. Inhale, let's halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Hands can reach for the sides or backs of the legs as you draw that body in towards the legs and release that head. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to your shins. Exhale, set that bum back as if you're going to sit into a chair. With an inhale, we're gonna sweep the arms up and straighten the legs, bringing our hands to heart center. One more to connect to our breath. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, we're gonna sweep those arms up. Exhale, the hands are gonna come to heart as you set that bum back, making our way into our chair pose. So the bum sets back as if you're gonna sit into a chair. Your weight is gonna be in the heels. Hug your low ribs in, and that navel's gonna draw in towards the spine. And then we gently bring our hands to our heart. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. Nice long spine here. So your gaze should be down and slightly forward, making sure the back of the neck is nice and long here. And if you glance down at both knees, make sure you can still see all 10 toes. Breathing here. Hug that navel in. Use that core. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the legs how they are. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, release that body down, forward fold, relax that head. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, let's bring those palms down, step back, high plank, hold here. Make sure those shoulders are over the wrist. Hug your low ribs in, navel draws in towards that spine. We breathe. Inhale, exhale. And then I'd like you to bring that right palm down underneath your face. We can roll onto that outside edge of the right foot, and you can either stack the feet, or you can bring one foot in front of the other, or you can bring that right knee down for a nice supported side plank here. Find your expression of the pose here. Wherever you are, make sure the arms are in a nice straight line, and make sure we're lifting those hips towards the sky, and open that chest towards that left side. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, we're gonna sweep that left hand back down. Find your high plank. Shoulders over wrist. Hips are in line with those shoulders. Find that strong breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then let's bring that left palm down underneath the face. Roll onto that outside edge of that left foot. You can either stack those feet, bring one foot in front of the other, or again, you can bring that left knee down, reach that right arm up. Find that side plank here. Finding our expression of the pose. Nice straight arms. Lift your hips up. Find that breath. Inhale. Exhale, sweep that right hand down, high plank, release the knees. Big toes together, take a child's pose so knees can be together or wide. And then release those hips back, release that forehead down, find your breath. Come back to the breath and the body, reconnect here. Inhaling, exhaling. As you feel ready, we're going to gently bring ourselves back up to our tabletop position. Shoulders over wrist, hips over those knees, and then tuck your toes under, lift those hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pressing into your palms, notice the length of the spine, and then pedaling those heels, wiggling those hips. Notice the legs. Stay with that controlled breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, let's bring our big toes together and then reach your right leg up and back. Keep the hips squared towards the mat. So we're gonna flex those right toes towards your right shin and the navel hugs in towards the spine. Hold here, building strength in those arms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhale, let's bend that right knee. The shoulders are gonna shift over the wrist as you draw that right knee near that right nose, your nose. Inhale, lengthen the right leg up and back. Exhale, bend that right knee, knee to nose. Inhale, one more, lengthen the leg up and back, one-legged. Exhale, tiger pose, knee to nose, shoulder shift over the wrist. Inhale, lengthen up and back. Exhale. Bend that right knee. Bring that right foot next to the right hand. Setting up here in a low lunge. We take a cycle of the breath to check in on our alignment. So make sure that that right knee is over your right ankle. And make sure that that right foot is not in front of your left. Wait for an inhale. Sweep those arms up. Find a crescent lunge. Relax those shoulders down. Make sure those hips are squared towards the front of your mat. Hug those low ribs in. Navel draws in towards the spine. We breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Let's bring our hands down to our heart. Relax your shoulders down. Crown of the head draws up and towards the sky. Find that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Press off of those left toes. We're going to find a warrior three. So warrior three, the torso and that left leg can be parallel with the earth. So the crown of the head draws forward and that left heel presses towards the back. If this is not happening for you today, just know that warrior three, we just want a straight line with the crown of the head and that left heel. So this can even be warrior three, this is warrior three, this is warrior three, and this is warrior three. So just finding your warrior wherever you are, find your expression of where you're at today. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, I want you to bend that left leg and bring that left foot next to your right. Set that bum back, hands to heart, chair pose. Big toes together and the heels are slightly apart, or you can even have the feet hip distance apart, whatever feels good for you in your chair. Nice long spine, navel hugs in, relax those shoulders. Find that breath. Glance down at those knees, make sure you can see those 10 toes. We inhale, exhale. Inhale, keep the legs how they are, sweep your arms up. Hold here. Hug that navel in, send the bum back, make sure you can see those 10 toes still. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, straighten those legs, reach up. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. Inhale, let's sweep up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Bend those knees as much as you need, and then relax that head in your arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips come to those shins. And then with an exhale, bring those palms down. Step back, high plank. Hold here. Hug the low ribs in. Navel draws in towards the spine. We breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Send those hips up and back, downward facing. Press into the palms, long arms, heels draw towards the earth. Pedal those heels. Wiggle your hips, feel those legs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, let's bring those big toes together again and then reach that left leg up and back. Square those hips. Flex the left toes towards the left shin. Find your breath. Find that strength here. Inhale. Exhale, navel draws in. We inhale. Exhale, bend that left knee. Shoulders are going to shift over the wrist as that left knee draws towards the nose. Inhale, lengthen the leg up and back, one-legged downward dog. Exhale, knee to nose for your tiger pose. And then one more here. Inhale, one-legged downward dog. Exhale, bend that left knee. Bring that left foot next to the left hand. Low lunge here for your breath. Make sure that that left knee is over the left ankle. And then make sure that left foot is not in front of the right. Wait for an inhale, navel draws in. We sweep those arms up. Crescent lunge here. Square those hips towards the front of your mat. And then make sure that that left knee is still over the left ankle. And we reach our arms up. We find that breath. Find your crescent lunge here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling here. Exhale, let's bring those hands down to our heart. Relax your shoulders down. Crown of the head draws up and towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, press off of those right toes now, making your way into your warrior three on the other side. Again, wherever you are, just a nice straight line from the right heel to the crown of the head, and just finding your expression of the pose. Hug the low ribs in. Navel draws in towards the spine. Find your breath. Inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee. Bring that right foot next to the left. Set the bum back. Find your chair pose. Weight is in the heels. Nice long spine. Relax your shoulders down. Glance at those knees. See all 10 toes. And then remember to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep those arms up, but keep those knees bent. Hold here. We inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten those legs, reach those arms up. Exhale, hands come back down to our heart center. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold, bend your knees, release that head, release those arms. Nice, relaxed forward fold here. So those pinkies can find those elbow creases again. If you like to add a little traction here, you can nod the head yes. You can shake that head no. Really relax that head. Relax that spine here. Gently release those arms down if they were crossed. Inhale, let's find a halfway lift. Fingertips to shins, nice long spine. Exhale, bring your palms down to that mat. Step back, high plank. Hug those low ribs in. Navel draws in towards that spine. Finding our breath. Inhale. Exhale, send that bum up and back, downward facing. Pedal those heels. Wiggle your hips. Find your breath. We inhale. Exhale. Inhale, let's lift those heels, coming up onto your tippy toes, nice straight legs. And then exhale, release those heels down. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift those heels. Exhale to lower them back down. Last one, inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, big toes together. Right leg's gonna reach up and back towards the sky. Flex your toes, navel draws in, press into those palms, finding strength here. Inhale. Exhale, bend that right knee, knee to nose, tiger pose. Shoulders shift over those wrists, knee draws towards that nose. Inhale, lengthen that leg up and back. Exhale, bend that knee, right knee draws near the right elbow. Inhale, we lengthen our leg up and back. Exhale, bend that right knee, and the right knee is going to draw near the left elbow this time. Inhale, lengthen up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. And then inhale, lengthen up and back. Exhale, bend that knee, right foot next to the right hand. Low lunge for your cycle of your breath. Check that alignment. Right knee over that right ankle, and make sure that right foot's not in front of the left. With an inhale, we sweep up, crescent lunge. Check that right knee still over the ankle. Beautiful. Relax those shoulders, but the arms are nice and active here. Breathe. Inhale, we're gonna straighten that right leg, and then with an exhale, bend that right knee over the right ankle. Don't let it go past. Stay right over that right ankle. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, bend the right knee, and then bend the left knee. Don't let it touch, just hovering. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend both knees. Hands can be up or at heart, whatever helps you balance, or even the hands can be at the hips. Inhale, we straighten the legs, 1 more. Exhale, bend both knees. Keep the right knee bent. Inhale, lengthen the left. Hands to heart if they weren't already there. Inhale. Exhale, let's move into that warrior three again. Again, finding your expression. Direct line from the crown of the head. and that right sole of the foot. Breathe. We inhale, exhale. Bend that left leg, and I want you to bring it forward for our one-legged Tadasana, so that left knee is in line with that left hip, and the left toes are flexing towards the shin. Find that breath, inhale. Exhale, bring that left leg down. Shake those legs, wiggle those hips, get a little release with a little movement. Coming back to that breath, let the soles of the feet press into the mat. Gently tuck that tail forward, hug those ribs in. We breathe. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, let's bring our hands down to the heart. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. Set that bum back, find your chair. Knees are over the instep, so if you glance down, we just see all 10 toes. Navel draws in, ribs hug in. Relax those shoulders, press those palms together. Find your chair here. We inhale, exhale. Keep the legs how they are. With an inhale, sweep your arms up. Hold it here. Inhaling. Exhale, release forward, fold, bend those knees, release that torso onto the quads, relax that head. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, palms come down, step back, high plank again. Always an option to lower those knees. Hug your low ribs in, navel draws in towards the spine. Hips are in line with those shoulders, finding our breath. Inhale. Exhale, let's press those hips up and back, downward dog. Welcome those little movements here if you like to pedal the heels or wiggle your hips. Finding your breath. Inhale, let's bring the big toes together, and the left leg is going to reach up and back now. Flex those left toes, square the hips towards your mat. Press into your palms, nice long arms. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, let's bend that left knee. Bring that left knee to the nose as the shoulders shift over the wrist for your tiger pose. Inhale, one-legged downward dog. Exhale, bend that knee, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, lengthen up and back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, lengthen up and back. Exhale, bend that knee, knee to nose. Tiger pose, one more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend that left knee. Bring that left foot next to the left hand. Low lunge, checking our alignment. Left knee over left ankle. And make sure the left foot is not in front of the right. Wait for that inhale. Sweep those arms up. Crescent lunge here. Relax your shoulders, but lengthen those arms. Make sure that left knee is over your left ankle. Finding the breath. We inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Exhale, bend that left knee over the left ankle. Let's bring those hands to our heart. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee, and then bend the right knee, letting it hover over the earth. Don't let it touch. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend both knees. Just don't let that right knee touch your mat. One more. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, back down. Keep that left knee bent. Straighten that right leg. Inhale, we're going to sweep those arms up. Exhale to bring the hands to heart. Relax those shoulders down. Crown of the head draws up. Inhale. Exhale, let's press off of those right toes now, finding your warrior three again on the other side. Finding your expression of the pose. Straight line from the crown of the head and that right sole of the foot. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, that navel draws in. Bend that right knee. We're going to bring it forward for our one-legged Tadasana. So that right knee is in line with that right hip. Flex the right toes towards that right shin. And then we'll relax that leg down. Wiggle those hips, shake those legs out. Find that breath again. Grounding into the soles of our feet again. Inhale, we'll sweep those arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Set that bum back, chair pose. Weight is in the heels. Glance down, see all 10 toes. Relax the shoulders. Low ribs hug in and that navel draws in towards your spine. Find that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we're going to sweep those arms up. Keep your knees bent. Hold here for a cycle of your breath. Find an inhale. With an exhale, release that torso onto the quads. Relax that head and arms. Nice, relaxed forward fold here. Let that head go. Pinkies can find those elbow creases again if that felt good for you. Or you can let those arms just relax. You can inhale, nod the head yes. You can exhale and shake that head no. Maybe even sway that upper body from right to left. Just small movements, still keeping our balance. Staying grounded in the soles of our feet. Inhale. Exhale, let's let that body come still. Release those arms. Inhaling to halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Straighten those legs. Exhale, bend the knees, palms come down, step back, high plank. And then release your knees down, big toes together. Send the hips back over the heels. Release the forehead. Take a child's pose here. Come back into your breath. Relax that forehead down. Arms can be reaching forward towards the front of your mat, or you can even be relaxed those wrists down by the ankles if those shoulders and wrists need a little release here. And just resting that forehead. Staying with that controlled breath, that yogic breath we started at the beginning of practice. Mindful breath. Inhale. Exhale. If those hands were resting by the ankles, let's gently bring them back to the front, reaching towards the front of your mat. Relax those palms down and just take a cycle of your breath here. Really connect, forehead resting on the earth. As you feel ready, we're going to walk those hands back towards the body, so lifting that chest, bringing those shoulders over the hips. And we're just going to swing those legs around in front of us here, making our way to a staff pose. So we're going to bring those palms down next to the sides, feet together, and we flex the toes towards the shins. Make sure you relax the shoulders down, lengthen the spine, press the palms into the earth. If you need to bend the elbows to release the shoulders away from the ears, do so. Inhale. Exhale. And then let's sweep your arms forward. Hug the low ribs in and the navel draws in towards the spine. And then with an exhale, I'd like you to lower yourself down slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, taking your time, coming to your spine here. Lower down. Let's bend those knees and we'll draw them into the chest. Wrap your arms over your shins or over your hamstrings, or you can even just hug the legs in gently, whatever is available for you. Just gently hugging those legs in. If you notice the chin is pointed up at the ceiling, just gently tuck it here. Inhale. Exhale, we hug those knees in. And then with an inhale, let's lift that forehead up to our knees. And then with an exhale to lower the back of the head down. Do 2 more with your breath. Inhale to lift. Exhale to release. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And then bring your palms onto your kneecaps. Let those kneecaps fall till they're pointed up at the ceiling. Relax your toes. And then with those kneecaps, I'd like you to draw really small circles on the ceiling. Just start with really small circles to start. And then maybe with each pass, those circles get a little bigger. Kind of massaging that low back, that sacrum here for us. A little release after our little core work. Staying with your controlled breath. Inhale and exhaling. As you feel ready, let's gently switch directions. You can start with big circles and slowly circle in with each pass. Again, just taking your time. Inhale. With your exhale, slowly let those knees circle back into center. And then release the soles of the feet onto the mat as you release your arms out into a capital T at the sides. And then I'd like you to cross that right leg over the left. Find your breath, inhale. With an exhale, let's lower those knees over to the left. Gaze can stay up at the ceiling, or maybe you bring it over that left or that right shoulder. Find that breath still. We inhale. Exhale, navel draws in towards your spine. Mindfully breathing still. Inhale. Exhale, that navel draws in. Inhale, let's bring our gaze up to the ceiling first, and then gently lift those knees back up. Uncross that right leg, bring that right sole of the foot onto the mat. Gentle tuck of the chin if you noticed it was pointed up at the ceiling. And then let's cross that left leg over the right this time. We inhale. Exhale, gently release those knees over to the right. And then maybe your gaze goes over that left shoulder towards that left side. Nice conscious breath here is where we inhale. Exhale, navel draws in towards that spine. About 2 more breaths here. With an inhale, we're going to bring that gaze up to the ceiling. Gently lift your knees. Uncross those legs, both soles of the feet onto the mat. Bring those knees back into the chest. Wrap those arms over shins or hamstring, giving those legs one more hug of love and appreciation. And then we'll gently release our legs down, making your way into your final Shavasana. Always an option to have the legs either reaching down long, or you can bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees fall out to the sides. Whatever position helps you get as comfortable as you can to relax down. So relaxing those legs, bringing those arms a little wide out into the sides, and turning those palms up and towards the ceiling to help us relax those shoulders down and open that heart. Gentle tuck of the chin if you noticed it pointed up at the sky. And maybe softening or closing those eyes. And then we'll take a couple falling out breaths here. We'll inhale through our nose. Exhale out your mouth. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Last one, inhaling. And let it go. Releasing that controlled breath we carried through our practice as you gently relax and release your body here. Softening that brow and gently relaxing your jaw. Relaxing those shoulders and your arms. Relaxing that chest and your belly. As you release that spine down, relaxing and releasing your hips as you let your glutes relax. Soften and release those legs, those quads, those hamstrings. Relax those knees and the shins as you let the calves go. Relax those ankles, tops of feet, and release your toes.
and release the soles of the feet. As you gently relax and release your entire body. Relaxing, releasing, and just being for the next couple moments. Always an option to stay longer in Shavasana if you'd like. Or if you would like to make your way out of it, keep that body still here for just a moment longer. But gently draw a nice deep breath into your body. So inhaling through the nose and feeling that breath fill the lungs and feeling that chest rise and feeling it fall as that breath leaves. So just feeling that rise and fall of the chest as we draw the breath back into the body. As you feel ready, we'll gently wiggle our fingers and our toes, noticing that physical body again here. Maybe even rolling wrists and the ankles. And then gently bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet onto the mat. And we'll reach our arms up and overhead. And then just gently rolling onto your right side, using that right bicep as a pillow. And just taking a breath here on your side. Inhale. Exhale. With an inhale, let's press ourselves back up to our simple seated position. Crossing those legs, bringing those hands to the knees. Nice long spine here. Crown of the head faces the ceiling and the shoulders relax. And then starting from the crown of the head, I'd like you to just gently scan down your body, all the way down to your toes. And just noticing how your body feels after your yoga practice. Maybe even giving yourselves a moment to notice how you feel after your yoga practice. And then we gently bring our hands to heart, sealing in all that goodness, and then bowing to honor and thank ourselves. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today, guys. Hope you have a great day. Thank you.